Hello everyone and welcome to another review. Reviewing the Amazon Basics Oscillating Dual Fan. It's a standing fan and it's about 16 inches. So here we go. This fan came in another Amazon box, and inside the Amazon box is this box. And it's heavy and it's big. And as you can see inside, that's everything that's inside here. And we're going to take it. What I'm actually going to do is I want to set this on the floor and pull out the parts because we do have some assembly is clearly required. So let's go ahead and put this on the floor. Got the fan cage here. Now I can tell you now, the fan cage is always the tricky part. So can't wait to go through that. Looks like it's the same exact cage as my old one. You can see there's the back, here's the front, and what it has is this black clip that goes around it, and it's adjustable by this little screw here, and we have to line up the cages to the belt, and as you can see already, even on the table, it's a pain in the butt, so we'll deal with that in a minute. There's one blade. Here is the stand. Set that over here. There's the fan pole. And what you do is you just take this screw off at the bottom of the pole like this. Now I already knew this because my old fan was almost exactly like this. And we're going to set the stand. We're going to set the pole inside the stand just like this. And then underneath, we're going to take that little spinning thing we just took off. We're going to line it up. Spin it on there like this. And this is what locks the fan pole down to the base. At first I wasn't sure if it was grabbing anything. Alright, and you have a little screw on the back of the pole, and that is going to adjust the inner pole that the fan is actually going to, motor is going to sit on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this on the floor. And we're going to continue unboxing. It's the instruction manual. And this little cardboard thing, I can almost guarantee you it's the other inner blade. There's the inner blade. It's a smaller blade. Here is the motor. Let's go ahead and see if we can zoom out. There we go. It looks like the remote is with the motor. It's just a standard remote. It's nothing special about it. It's kind of, it's just a regular remote. And it looks like it uses some, is that double A or triple? Look like double. I mean, they look like triple A batteries to me. Anyway, I'm going to set that to the side. It's got the basic functions on there, as you can see. The mode, speed, on, off. There's even a timer and oscillating for whether you want the fan to turn or not. So I'm going to put that to the side. So we got a, let's see if there's a power cord in here. Yeah, it's with the motor. It's packaged very well. I do have to give them that. And there is the motor. So we're going to take the tip off. Little cap, because clearly this holds on as reverse threads. clearly it holds on the fan blade and housing. We're going to take this little clip off. We're going to leave that. And here comes the fun part. We're going to take the cage, and it looks like in the middle of this cage, and there goes the motor, middle of this cage is a little plastic clip thing, so we don't need that. Just going to throw that to the side. Take this cage, line up to the fan housing just like that, and this clip we just took off, we're going to screw it right back on. I'll line it up, screw it right back on just like that. Don't have to be super tight, just finger tight a little bit, just snug. And there's the fan housing. We're going to take the blade. We're going to take the main blade. We're going to line up. Here's what you have to do. There's like two little pegs right here. See if I can zoom in on it. There are two pegs right here. Okay, you want to line those pegs up with the grooves that's on here, okay, on the fan blade. I'm going to zoom back out. All right, guys, so there's a little plastic thing that's on the shaft here, so you just pull it off and it comes right off. That's why I couldn't get the blade on, so we're going to throw that to the side. Now we're going to try to line this up with the grooves, those pins with the groove that's on the plastic fan. Alright, got that lined up. Take this. This should sit. You have a little bit of, you have like these little holes here. That's in the plastic on the fan blade, and you want to line it up with this little pin here. That little pin lines up with it. I thought it was supposed to have 3 pins, but I guess not. Unless it broke, I don't know. And then we're going to take this, and it's counterclockwise. And there you go. All right. Now for the really fun part. Putting the cage on. There is a little clip, like a little groove at the top. And you want to try to get the cage inside this little groove thingy. It's going to be easier said than done. You got a little, take a little screwdriver. Loosen up the screw just a little bit until this is loose enough to where you can move it. I guess we have to take it all the way out. When in doubt, guys, read the directions. Don't be like me. So that screw to the side, and this will clip. Now it flips out. So now we got to line this up to the top, line it up on the bottom, so it's nice and flush as much as you can. And you're going to take that and flip it back down like I just did. Take your little screw. Put that back in there. And there we go. So that's in there. Pretty good, I think. All right. So now we're going to stick this onto that base that I just showed you with the little pole that stuck out. It's kind of hard to do this on the table. So I'm going to go ahead and put this together, and then we're going to hook it up, and I'll show you what it looks like once it's hooked up downstairs. Back in a minute. All right, guys, so we are back. I have the fan all put together, and one of the things I didn't show you was installing the fan motor part onto this pole. Now I found out that with this clip right here, you should have this. I almost had to take this all the way out in order for the fan motor to slide into the pole. But once you have it, you should be good to go. Now I haven't even tried this out yet, so let's go ahead. I'm going to try it with the remote. I'm going to hit the old power button here. And there There she goes. Wow, that's quiet. That's really quiet. And the nice little indicators here. Set the fan. I guess that's, I don't know what that is. I guess that might be what speed it's currently on. So let's see what else we have here. Let's try out the speed. Okay, so after a while the lights go out, so that's good. Yep, number 2. Yeah guys, that's really quiet. And it really feels good too. I'm pretty far back. I'm about maybe, I'd say I'm about 12 feet away now or so. So it's running pretty good. And it's very quiet. Let's go to 3rd speed here. It's still very quiet. Very quiet. Check out the oscillating. Very good. And if you hit the oscillating button again, it'll turn off the oscillating. And there is a timer as well. So it looks like there's different modes. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm gonna have to, I don't know what all the timer is, so I will let you know once I read up on it. That's all the timing modes. And there is another regular mode. Let me turn down the fan a little bit. Turn it off. Turn it off. And you can also adjust this up and down. You can only adjust this so far down. It's not going to go that far down. And then adjust up. So yeah guys, that's it. That's the Amazon Basic Oscillating Dual Fan. It's not bad. It's only about maybe $40–45. I'm very happy with it. I'm very happy with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this for a while. I'm going to use this for about a month or 2, and then I will come back and finish up the video and let you know how it worked within that time frame, and give you my pros and cons and my final thoughts. Thanks everyone. Thank you everyone for watching the video, and on with the pros and cons, and we're going to do what we always do. We're going to start with the pros. It is adjustable. The minimum height, I measured it at 42 inches. The max is 50 inches. I think that's pretty standard for most fans, but it's good to know that this one is adjustable as well. It's got adjustable speeds. You got the normal, and you got medium and fast, just like most fans. So, and it worked out very well, and it even worked well with the remote. It's got a timer. You can set it for 30 minutes up to 7.5 hours. And it also has 3 modes. There's a normal mode. The normal mode pretty much sets the fan at a constant speed to whatever setting you currently have it at. So if you currently have the fan set at low, well, it's just going to stay at low. And I think normal, it might be the default setting. There is a nature setting. The nature setting cycles through the fan speeds, but cycles through them kind of slow. According to the manual, it gives you more of a natural airflow. And the 3rd mode is sleep, which is pretty much white noise. It just has a nice, steady, low hum to it. It's kind of hard to describe, but you know that's that mode. And that's the mode I usually use at night when I'm trying to sleep. And it is quiet. Everyone's very quiet. Even at high speeds, it's not super quiet, but it's, you don't really hear the fan the fan motor at all. Of course, you hear the blades turning and you hear the air blowing out of it. Yeah, no problems at all, especially sleeping with it. And speaking of the blowing the air, it's got very good airflow. Now, I stood a good 15 feet away and I had it on low speed. I could still feel the air, not tremendously, but I could still feel it at low speed. And of course, at high speed, it was really good. It's got a remote. Remote worked fine, worked perfectly. And the price, I mean, you cannot beat this price. The fan, as of this video, I got it from Amazon for $45. I mean, it's great. On with the cons. keep in mind regarding the remote, it does not come with batteries. I was a little disappointed in that. Most of the fans I got in the past always came with batteries. This one does not. At least mine didn't. I don't know if it's with all of them, but mine did not come with batteries. So luckily I had some batteries laying around. It was no big deal, but keep that in mind. If you don't have any batteries and you're expecting batteries with it, you might be annoyed that there isn't included. And I'm going to have to put this down, even though I didn't experience this, but I want to note this anyway, assembly. Now, when you go to Amazon, and this is one of the reasons why I created this channel, when you go to Amazon and you look at the reviews, most of the negative reviews, they're going to put on assembly. And my theory is this, after reading those reviews, it sounds like they're not aware that the black cap that holds the fan blades on is reversed threads. So when you turn a screw, normally when you turn a screw to the right, it tightens it. Well, in this case, you have to turn it counterclockwise, and that tightens it. So I'm thinking that's probably most of the issues people are having with assembly, because I didn't have any issues at all. I mean, none at all. You saw it all in the video. The only parts I edited out of the assembly was when I was trying to take the packaging off, and I didn't want to record that part. That's it. Otherwise, I didn't edit nothing out. And of course, the part where I'm putting the motor under the pole, because I couldn't, there was no room for me to do that in this room. So otherwise, that's it. So final verdict. This is a tricky one. I've only had it for a month. So far, it's working great. So I can't really comment on the quality. The quality right now is great. So hopefully it'll last longer than my last fan, because my last fan didn't last so long. But as of right now, I'm going to give this a 4-star. Keep this in mind also. I base my ratings off of Amazon. So 5-star being the best, 1-star being the worst. So I'm giving this one a 4-star. So it does exactly what it says it does. That's perfect for me. Nice airflow, it's quiet. It just simply works. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching the video. Don't forget, we do have our website. It's emptynestersreviews.com. I do have other reviews on there that you won't see on YouTube or anyplace else. Once again, I want to thank everyone for your time. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any questions at all, please post them in the comments section, and I will do my best to answer them. And again, everyone be safe, and I will catch you all in the next review. Have a good one.